Why did I even buy this? I have no idea. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven today with a figure haul and figure unboxing video. Finally, my last one was in May where I unboxed 6 1x4 scale figures which I purchased at bargain bin prices, but this time around things are very different in the sense that I paid full MSRP price for all of these figures over here because they are new releases from the past 1 or 2 months, from May and June mostly. So not cheap but very excited because today we have Nikke, Blue Archive and Azur Lane scale figures to unbox, together with a couple of low-budget scale figures from China. And I am supposed to be receiving one more parcel from Hobby Link Japan, but they are facing delays of several weeks because they are undergoing a major renovation at their warehouse. And that parcel has not arrived yet. Another Nikke figure, which I will be pushing into my August figure haul instead. I'm not waiting for that anymore. I don't want my schedule to be derailed. So, in place of that one figure that I won't be receiving on time, I purchased this scale figure over here from a local figure store to take her place. Yeah. So this is actually a pretty expensive month for me. So we will be unboxing every single one of these scale figures over here right now. And as you can see, this box is not sealed because I had a run-in with the local customs. And I have made a separate video on that if you're interested. Yeah, you can check out my video on my argument, the customs in my country, which is pretty nonsensical. And yeah, this small box is actually anime figures as well. If you look at the thumbnail of this video, you'll probably know what are the contents of this small box over here. So without further ado, let's unbox every single box over here. Firstly, we go for this one that has already been opened. Okay. And yeah, I need to turn on this camera. Alright, good to go. So with this one over here, which has been opened by the customs, unfortunately, the first one, I mentioned this last Friday. So we have a Max Factory volume from Goddess of Victory Nikke. This is my most expensive scale figure this time around. And the second one, I've seen a lot of people purchase this scale figure. This is like a must-have for Blue Archive fans, right? So this is also Max Factory Asuma Toki 1x7 scale from Blue Archive. Okay, so Asuma Toki, a full 18,000 Japanese yen, brand new on Hobby Link Japan. This one, volume is slightly over 29,000 yen, just under 30,000 yen. And then I've seen this comment over and over again in US dollar or in whatever currency your country is using. It is more expensive than Ami. Guess what? Please change the currency settings in your Hobby Link Japan website. 2 of them you need to change. One is at the bottom of the website and the other one is in your account settings. So whenever you shop in any Japanese or Chinese website, always pay in the merchant's currency. Pay in seller's currency and let your bank or PayPal do the conversion. And it will be way cheaper. The next one here. So this was like a random purchase, you know. I wasn't even planning to buy this Azur Lane figure initially. But then I needed something to take the place of that Nikke figure which did not arrive on time. So, this is Any Games 1x6 implaceable from Azur Lane. And I purchased this figure partly because there were multiple requests from you guys that you wanted to know what the quality of Any Games scale figures are like, because they're making all these affordable Azur Lane scale figures at 1x6 and each of them cost like 20,000 yen or so. I checked my figurecollection.net. This one is 22,000 yen internationally and in Japan, but in China it is a bit cheaper, 960 Chinese yuan or so. So this is roughly 140 US dollars or so, roughly I think. And the amount I paid for this in a local figure store is 600 and Malaysian ringgit, right, from Frozen Figure Hobby, which is like I'm long-time friends or acquaintances with the owner of that figure store, and their prices are great. So I saw this on the shelf, and it is an Any-Game Azur Lane figure, a new release. Why not? 680 Malaysian ringgit is very affordable, like very reasonable for the standards of local figure store pricing, right? So I picked one up, and then we are going to unbox this one by one soon. First, let me open the other big box right here. Alright, as you can see, the condition of this box is not great, but that is mostly because there are two figures inside and the boxes are pretty small, so I imagine that the upper half of the carton box is completely empty. So it caved in during shipping, when they put heavier stuff on top. And let's open this up. This one is from China's Taobao. I like to get Chinese brand figures from China's Taobao because they can be quite a lot cheaper at times. I hope that the figures inside are not damaged. As you can see, I'm quite calm despite the condition of this box over here. What if the figure boxes inside are damaged? Let's hope they are not. Yep, a lot of empty space right here. Yep. Oh no, the figure is damaged. The box is damaged. Damn. And the next one right here looks fine, fortunately. Okay, so this is pretty sad. Oh no. Well, low cost, low budget scale figure from a Chinese brand called Koi, right? And I don't remember the Japanese MSRP for this. I'll just put it on screen over here, but the price I paid for this in Chinese yuan is around 210, 220 Chinese yuan. That is before shipping, obviously. And this one over here is also quite cheap. It is in the 200 plus territory in terms of pricing in China, in Chinese yuan. Right. Oh, this is a very nice box. Alter style box. And I don't even know the name of these two characters, you see. This is Shyness Bunny Hinata, alright, by Koi. This is my first Hobby Sakura figure. What is her name? Just Bunny Girl. Okay, whatever. So this is a collaboration between Reverse Studio and Hobby Sakura, as you can see on the top of the box over here. But this kind of original art figure is something I see more commonly made by Reverse Studio. Yeah. So let's open up the outermost box of these figures. So this is Koi's Hinata. And let's unseal the box. Fortunately, it is a low budget figure. I don't mind that much that the box is damaged like this. Alright, so this is a 1/6 scale. And this is not Koi's first scale figure. They already have 2 or 3 figures out, but I did not like their previous releases. This is the first one that I actually like. And oh, looking good. Real fabric for the stockings. Alright. I'm liking this already. And we get metal foot pegs. Alright. Very promising from the looks of it. Now moving up to the next one here. This is Bunny Girl from Hobby Sakura and Reverse Studio. Oh, there is a bonus item inside. What is this? Oh, looks like a pin. Yep. Nice. I prefer pins, right? This is something I can pin on my camera bag maybe. Yeah, I like this. This is a figure that I actually had my eyes on since day one she went on pre-order way back last year, I think. And once again, looking really good. Wow. Metal foot pegs as well. They look way more expensive they actually are. Alright, let's put this aside because I'm going to change camera angles later when we assemble the figure. Okay, up next, let's go for volume from Nikke. And once again, the seal has been opened by the customs department. But before that, you know what? This non-windowed box over here, I like it a lot for some reason. I think the colors are great. Yeah. And since when was the last time I spent 29,000 yen on a scale figure? That's not common. I rarely spend that much on a scale figure. I usually wait for bargain bins, you know. Where do I open it? Where do I open it? That's alright, right here. Yes, I sealed the box back. I have to reopen it again, but it has been opened before. This is a high quality box, by the way. I love this kind of boxes. They are really tough. So I was pretty annoyed when the customs asked me to open up the figure because there is a metal wire over here. Yeah, let me remove that. And you know what? When I opened this box back then at the customs department, I was like, wow, Max Factory never disappoints me. But at the same time, it feels a little bit small for a 1/7 scale. I'm not sure if it is because I have been spoiled by Alto's giant 1/7 scale figures, and then I look at this one, it feels a bit small. Okay. Right, so we have a second layer over here with the chair and I'm just speechless. I look at the paintwork of the figure, the heavy toning, the heavy shading. I'm loving it already. So I'm going to have fun assembling this later on. And we move on to the next figure. The next one right here, Asuma Toki from Blue Archive. Once again, I love the box on this one and it is quite tough as well. Okay. The funny part is that, you know, the customs department find fault with my volume figure, but they were totally okay with Asuma Toki. It has to be the boob size, I'm telling you that. Opai size, right? Looks fairly straightforward, the assembly process. Now, I bought this Asuma Toki simply because I liked the simplicity of it. I know Alter has a figure of her, like 2 figures of her coming, one in the maid outfit with a lot of extra parts in the box for like 27,000 yen. And then there is also the memorial version of something in her bunny suit, but lying on a table or something like that. I don't know yet if I will purchase those, but this one, I'm liking it so far. The next one right here. So this is Anygames Implaceable, just released in late May 2025 for the international market, but already available in China since February actually. The box on this is not that good. Right? This is like a softer paper box. And yeah, there is some damage right here, but nothing too serious. And this one also has an instruction sheet. Oh, her dress is partially removable. Interesting. But it is telling us to be careful. I'm not sure if I will remove her skirt. Not today. I need to inspect the figure carefully, and then I'll leave the extra details for the final review later on. You know, there's one new release from what, any game that I kind of wanted to purchase, but I might be exceeding my budget for the month of August, and that is A-Gear. Their A-Gear is already out, at least in China. Oh, big fluffy base, just like my Asuma Toki, not Asuma Toki, what was the name again? My other Blue Archive figure by Max Factory. 1x6, this is a tall figure. This is a very tall figure. And early impressions from me, pretty positive in fact. So let's switch up the camera angles. And before I proceed with assembling these scale figures over here, we need to open up this small box. Yeah, we have a bunch of Doro figures over here, and obviously they are not genuine. They are not licensed figures. I'm not even sure if I can call them bootlegs or I can call them third party. I'm not sure, because counterfeit or bootleg means that there is a genuine version of the figure existing, but I don't think there are any genuine versions of these Doro figures, because why not? I got the whole set. So this is the first. Oh, they are quite heavy. So we have Doro number 1. Okay, the craftsmanship is so-so, but these are so dirt cheap. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It is like $15 US. They are bootleg prices, but I find them so adorable and they don't look really that bad, so why not? What is this? Oh, some mandarin oranges. I think it is a free gift from the seller. Should be a free gift. Alright. More Doro, more Doro. Here we have a second crying Doro over here. Second one. This has to be my favorite. Yes. So one thing I noticed about these bootleg or third-party Doro figures is that their faces are kind of dark. It is like grayish color instead of white color, right? Like, yeah. But I suppose that they are so cheap, I'm able to forgive them for that. Why did I even buy these? I have no idea. So as you can see, this is the fourth one, and if you look closely, yeah, the craftsmanship is not that great. The surface is not exactly smooth on her hair. It is rough. It is like pretty much bootleg quality, but hey. And the last one right here. The quality isn't great, because if you look at her butt, look at the mold lines, the unevenness of the surface, yeah. And I think Hobby Sakura, was it Hobby Sakura, has a bunch of chibi Doro figures that are on pre-order. I'm not sure if they are still available. Oh god. Yeah, this is not great. The craftsmanship, the quality, but hey. So 5 Doro figures for like $15 US. I have no idea why I bought these. I guess just because why not. So let's put them aside. Okay, now we shall continue with implaceable. Firstly, the base right here. So we have one single metal foot peg, and this base is like a plate of some kind. One single metal foot peg. Okay, the foot peg is firm, just the right amount of tightness, I mean, not too tight, not too loose. The headscarf right here, pretty fragile looking, so be careful with this part. And goes on her head. Yeah, it slides in just like that, no magnets of any kind, but this is pretty nice. I'm a bit concerned about this one, being a bit too easy to knock off from her head, but that is about it. I think this is a pretty good quality figure. The reason why I'm concerned about this veil over or this headpiece over here is that this is pretty fragile, and in case for any reason you knock this off and it fell on the floor, then you might fracture this thing. That is my concern over here. But otherwise, the quality is looking pretty decent for the asking price of around the 22,000 yen price point. And let's not forget, this is 1/6 scale. These are pretty simple figures. I want to assemble them quickly. So firstly, this is that Hinata original character by Koi. 210 Chinese yuan, what you get? Oh, this is a nice base. This is actually a nice base, though I reckon that I will be inflicting quite a few scratches on the base within a week or two. I'm not exactly the most delicate person in the world, and as you can see, low budget scale figure, but the Chinese brands, they never fail to give us metal foot pegs. I love that a lot. It is something that is so trivial, yet not every Japanese brands give us that. You know what, with this figure right here, she is looking way better than I thought, because my expectations was really based on what I saw in the official product pictures, obviously, but the figure is turning out better looking than I expected right here. And let's see, how does the figure fit onto the base? Alright, a bit tight but goes in nicely. I was expecting a simpler paintwork, but there are some shading on the back of the figure, like very obvious shading. Paintwork is nice actually. Okay, not exactly perfect, but acceptable, at least like 200 Chinese yuan, under 50 US dollar price point. This is pretty good. Very promising figure. 1/6 scale again. Coming from Reverse Studio and Hobby Sakura, firstly, the base right here. Oh, this is a small base. I love it because it takes up very little space on a display shelf. So, the base is a bit too light to my liking. Like, I would prefer the base to be heavier and more reassuring because the figure would be more stable, but maybe I'm asking for too much at this price point. Foot peg is so short. I'm not sure if it serves any purpose, but maybe it is to prevent the figure from rotating around. It is not supposed to secure the figure. So, which is which? Oh, this is the front foot peg. You know what's insane about these Chinese figures is that I have purchased so many of them, and there is not a single one of them that comes with very loose or very tight foot peg. Very tight, maybe, like a bit on the tight side, but okay, I am already spotting some quality control issues, but it is on the back side of the figure, technically, so I will go into detail in my full review later on. It is something that you only see when there is a bright studio light shining on the figure, then you spot the quality control flaw over here, but I mean, I have been collecting figures for 15, 16 years, so I tend to spot things very easily. Yeah, as to be expected of a low budget scale figure, the surface is not that smooth to the touch, but still perfectly acceptable, and I am liking this figure a lot already. 1/6 scale as well. Alright, Asuma Toki. Firstly, the base. Oh, that is a nice base. This is actually a very nice base. I love it. Just that once again, it is very hollow, very lightweight. I hope that it is stable enough for the scale figure over here. Oh, right, the head is removable. Seam line. I guess that it can't be helped. I mean, look at this seam line over here on the right shoulder. I don't like that, but I suppose that if you want to make her arm replaceable, right, you can swap it out, then there's nothing you can do. Inevitable, I suppose, but I don't like it. So peace sign, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer this hand on or the other one? I think I'll swap to this one. Well, I'm pretty excited because this is Azuma Toki, a very popular character, but this figure feels a bit ordinary. Yeah. The parts all slide in just nicely, not too tight, not too loose. That is very important actually. And the suitcase. Oh, that is a nice suitcase. I just realized that there is a pack behind here, so you will not want to break the pack behind the suitcase over here. It goes into her right leg. Very important pack. This suitcase will not stay in place without. Okay, with something like this, I will not want to push it all the way in because in case you want to remove the part, then it is a lot easier. So that is all for Azuma Toki. I did not need the instruction sheet. Fairly straightforward. And finally, volume. From Nikke. This is the one figure that I'm the most excited about right here. Firstly, the base. Whew. This is a very good base, right? I like this base a lot. Just that I wish that there are holes on it to secure the figure. I think the figure is just sitting on the base, so once again, it is hollow, but this one has some weight to it, unlike the other figures. And let me double check the instruction sheet. I do not want to make any mistakes on such an expensive figure. Is there a magnet? Firstly, oh, is this metal? No, plastic. Because it is quite heavy, you know. This is a very heavy chair, man. And wow, the paint work, wow. No, there are no magnets, but it sits just like that. It is like very stable, right? I mean, I shake the figure, it is very stable. It doesn't fall off that easily. So this is actually very good. So if she sits like this, Ah, like this, okay. And then the hair. I couldn't talk much. See, I couldn't speak much. I need to concentrate so that I don't ruin anything. Okay, so there is a specific angle the figure should be facing. It took me a while to figure out. So if you look behind the figure, the hair is going along the side. Yeah. And the arm is right here in the center. So you have to get the angle right and the figure will be very stable. I actually love this. Yeah. And it is quite obvious right now. This is the best detailed figure among all of these I bought in this batch. The next one would be the microphone. Yeah. Details, guys. Details. The microphone, the detail is fantastic right here. This is her submachine gun from the looks of it. Or is it like an Uzi rifle of some kind? Uzi submachine gun. I'm supposed to place it just right next to the base right here, I think. Just leaving it here. There are no packs to plug it in. And a pair of magazines. Just leave it here. And okay, assembly was a lot simpler than I expected. Where should I put this? Next to her right here. You know what? This figure feels small for 1/7 scale, but the detail level is a notch or two above everything else I unboxed today, including the Any-Game 1/6 scale Azur Lane figure, implaceable. Doro everywhere. So this is my loot for the month of June, like May to June. As usual, I will be reviewing each of these figures in detail. And today's video is more about unboxing, taking a look at what the packaging is like and what the figure looks like straight out of the box. The assembly process, are there any difficulties? So far, for these rounds of figure haul, everything is smooth. Like no difficulties in putting the figure together. And later on, when I review each of these figures in detail, that is where we use this lens over here, macro lens, and show you guys what the figure's paint quality is like close up. Are there any quality control issues, paint bleeding, paint flaws, glue stains, and so on? That is where this lens comes in. Despite being the smallest figure of the bunch over here, this volume is my absolute favorite at the moment. Just that I wish that she was a bit bigger so that this figure, right now, it feels kind of expensive at near 30,000 yen. But seems like the quality I'm getting over here is well worth it. So until then, if you have any questions or anything you want to know about these figures over here before I buy them, feel free to comment and ask right below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content like this pretty much every week. Until then, I shall see you guys soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.